This is another advice video, and you can send yours in through the link in the description. Eternos, I'm in my 20s, and when I look on social media, I see that everyone else seems to be doing so much better than I am, and it makes me feel inadequate. Let's talk about social media. Of course, we know social media isn't real. You see what people want to portray. One thing about me, and I'm just going to tell you guys as it is, right? I am very unconventional. And I'm normally quite a private person. As you can see, I'm here making YouTube videos. You're thinking, what? I'm very intentional and cautious about how I operate on social media, and there are many reasons why. I look on social media sometimes and I see people living incredible lives, but I also have to remember, people only show you what they want to see. And I think about myself. On my Eternos page, I only post what I want you guys to see. I only post about, teachings or whatever. Maybe later on down the line, I'll post about my day-to-day life. Even with the music account, I only post music. Social media is a small glimpse, it's a very small glimpse of how people are actually living. And here's what I would say, okay? The correct way to use social media, okay? I don't want you to ever associate social media and the things that you see with you not being enough. I want you to instead use social media as a source of inspiration. And let me explain why, okay? You're probably looking at people who are in your age range bracket or whatever, and they're there with the Lambos or this or that, very wealthy or rich, whichever one it may be. Understand two things. One, their path is probably different to yours. You don't know what they've had to go through to get to where they are. But also, inspiration. There is someone else, or there are many other people your age on the planet doing things that the majority of people in their lives don't do. So why can't you join them? I want you to flip that mindset of I am not enough where I am, and start thinking about growth mindset. How can I become like this person that I'm seeing? And what's even funnier, right, is that the image that you're seeing often isn't even real, it's fake. But by you thinking in that way of how can I become like this, what you'll find is you'll then lock in for a few years and end up actually living the lifestyle that those people are pushing out that is fake. The reason why social media is so rampant is because people love attention. People love receiving attention. Everyone wants to be the center of attention unless you've died to it. If every time you look at social media you feel like you're not enough, I would recommend, and these are my action steps because I've been talking for a while, I want to give you practical advice. Advice number one, I want you to delete those apps. Delete them, get rid of them for a while. Delete Instagram, delete Snapchat, delete X, delete Telegram, delete YouTube, okay? You said you're not too sure about what you want to do in life, so you shouldn't be looking at social media and making yourself feel bad for not knowing at a young age. J.K. Rowling was in her 50s, right, writing books. No one really knew who she was, and then all of a sudden, bam, she took off, multi-millionaire. There is no sort of set route. Some people make it, like Colonel Sanders made it late in his life, the KFC brother, who holds the bucket, Hey now. These people made it later in life. So don't put pressure on yourself. Delete the apps though. You don't want to be mashing up your mental. And two, pretty simple, lock in. Okay? Experiment, find what you love, but get off of social media if it's not a source of inspiration, if it's a source of distraction. Most people are consumers anyway, so social media will be a distraction for the majority of people, but just get off it, man. Eventually, when you return with the right mindset, you'll be able to then use it to grow. I use social media to grow myself, and I study what other people have done, and I'm looking to implement or do the same things. I also use it as proof. I also use it to build connections. Like, I'm very intentional, and I know my brother is also. Because there's a lot of nonsense going around. What I would also say is, in terms of your life path and having things figured out, you don't have to have things figured out. Me being the meditation teacher that I am, I found clarity with my life purpose through meditation and through receiving that information from the divine. And so I recommend you starting to meditate and doing your own thing. I was at uni studying, not realizing I wasn't supposed to be there, which is why I left. For most people on this earth, that's a crazy move. Like, what? You went to such good schools, went to uni and then left before finishing. How can you do that? But see, I've received my path. I know where I'm going. I know who I'm going to become, and I know the path that I need to take to get there. And it doesn't look like everyone else's path, and so I have to honor my path, and you have to honor your path. And in the same way, some of these people on social media had to honor their path. Honor your path. Okay, on that note, if you want to lock in with people who are into business, whether it be wealth, spirituality, just find a decent community. I recommend joining our Discord server. It will be in the description. It's completely free. You can ask me any questions, and my brother who's there, he teaches about wealth, business, leadership, all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, but this is a video, or today's advice video. Keep sending in scenarios and I keep responding. I'm going to try and be as practical as possible. I feel like in these advice videos I may become a little bit more unhinged in terms of the way that I say things, because I already received some scenarios and I mean I have to make videos on them, so yeah. But peace, man, love.